That's my lady you're talking about.
Well, now, see, she is only your lady because she ain't had a taste of the Duke yet.
Damn it!
Careful, careful, Chief.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday, released in 1993. In this video, I'm going to be giving you production facts, box office performance, and ultimately my thoughts on the movie overall. So be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe for more content like this. And without further ado, let's get into it. After Paramount sold the Friday the 13th rights to New Line due to Jason Takes Manhattan's disastrous box office performance, people started to wonder if we were one step closer to getting the Springwood slasher taking on the Crystal Lake murderer. Sadly, the wait would have to continue, as that movie would be put on the back burner once more since Wes Craven returned to New Line to develop the next installment in the M Street franchise. So, while that was going on, it was decided to begin working on a new entry in the Friday the 13th franchise. Director Adam Marcus was fresh out of film school and only 23 at the time when producer Sean S. Cunningham, who'd known Marcus since he was a kid due to being friends with Cunningham's son Noel, hired him to direct. Marcus's limited experience may be the very reason why this movie sometimes feels like a film school project to me. In this film, we see Jason being ambushed and blown to pieces in a sting operation conducted by the FBI, only for his heart, literally, to possess whoever eats it. What follows is a body-hopping, demonic horror story as Jason's evil spirit moves from person to person, trying to be reborn through a surviving family member. It's weird, ambitious, and unlike anything we've ever seen before in this series. This new direction was obviously not well received and probably left audiences wondering if they were in hell while watching this one. At the box office, this movie grossed $15.9 million on a budget of $3 million. It opened on August 13, 1993, fittingly enough, and made $7.5 million in its opening weekend. So as far as what I liked about Jason Goes to Hell, the opening sequence here with the FBI doing a sting operation on Jason, it's pretty good. It's pretty fantastic to me. This is probably the most realistic approach to dealing with somebody like Jason. Let's just blow him up. That's exactly what they did. So I think it's an amazing sequence, and it just pulls the rug right from under the audience. And also sticking with Jason here, the Jason design in this movie, even though we don't see a lot of it, his look here is pretty amazing. It's very grotesque and disgusting to look at. Is almost as if his face is now consuming the mask itself. The hockey mask and his face are becoming one now. You know, his head is also very lumpy, just got a bunch of warts and things forming on the back of it. It looks very unsettling, to say the least. This is the most nasty Jason has ever looked as far as looks go. The gore and practical effects here, top notch. For my money, this is probably the goriest Friday the 13th movie, with all this possessions and body transformation that happens throughout this runtime. It's amazing. These effects are awesome. Practical effects all day over CGI. And that translates to the kills here. These kills are very gory and gnarly as well. And they got around the MPAA this time around. They had a trick up their sleeve. They released an unrated cut. I dig the ending. The whole final sequence of final battle of the third act of this movie, we see Creighton Duke, our main character Steven, as well as his girlfriend Jessica, at all at the Voorhess house. Jessica is the niece of Jason, and her mother Diana, who was the half-sister of Jason, was killed by the possessed cop, and Diana's body is still in the house. And so you get this hell worm crawling around the floor, and it discovers Diana's dead body. And according to the words of Creighton Duke, the bounty hunting character in this movie,
only through a Voorhess can he be reborn, and only a Voorhess can kill him. With that.
And so this hell worm thingy sees Diana's dead body, and he enters her corpse. And we get the return of Jason towards the end of the movie. He kills Creighton Duke, crushes his spine, and turns his attention to Jessica and Steven. After Jessica gets the dagger, magical dagger, and kills Jason, she punches his heart, stabs him in the heart. You know, you get this sequence of all the arms and stuff coming out of the ground, you know, the demons dragging Jason to hell. And I think it's pretty neat. I think it's a cool effect, cool visual, even though we're gonna get more into this later. It does not feel like it's part of this franchise. For what it is, I think it's pretty decent. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have the teaser of all teasers. After the final battle of this movie has concluded and Jason is dragged to hell, you see Steven and Jessica walk off into the sunset. After you get them walking off, you see Jason's mask in the dirt. And, you know, it's not really out of the ordinary. It's just his mask laying there. You see a dog come into frame and walking around the mask, and it zooms in on the mask. And all of a sudden, Freddy Krueger's glove pops out of nowhere and grabs Jason's mask and takes it back under the dirt with it. I wish I was in a theater in 1993 to see people's reaction and be a part of that moment, seeing that happen. These two are under the same studio. They're under the same roof now. They're both under New Line. It had to have been an amazing experience to see that play out in the theater. And fun fact, that was actually Kane Hodder wearing the Freddy glove in that scene. So technically he played both Jason and Freddy in one movie, which is pretty neat. As far as what I'm on the fence about Jason Goes to Hell, the whole body hopping angle here just doesn't feel like it belongs in this franchise. It feels something more akin to like The Evil Dead or Hellraiser or The Thing, with all this body transformation and shit going on. It just feels so out of left field. And also, speaking of Evil Dead, yes, the Necronomicon does make an appearance here in this movie, but it absolutely serves no purpose. Steven and Jessica, they are better than the previous movie's leads with Rennie and Sean, but they're still unremarkable to me. But I can respect Steven for stepping up to the plate and protecting not only his ex-girlfriend, but their baby. You know, unfortunately, he was accused of murdering Diana, and so immediately her daughter Jessica is skeptical of him throughout the whole movie, and their dynamic throughout the runtime is more bickering. I just grew tired of it, man. It just annoyed me. Their dynamic threw me off, and I'm like, all right, so I get it. You don't trust him. Okay, let's move on, please. Do something else. As far as what I didn't like about Jason Goes to Hell, the fact that Jason is not in this movie a whole bunch. I want to see Jason Voorhees in a Friday the 13th movie, or in a movie that supposedly has Jason Voorhees. Especially if you market this movie as Jason Goes to Hell, you expect to see Jason doing the usual Jason thing until he is dragged to hell. But they sacrifice having the title character in this movie with his spirit entering from person to person, from vessel to vessel. And that comes with some cool transformations, like I mentioned, with the special effects here, but it just takes away from what we would come to these movies for, which is to see the big JV, Jason Voorhees himself. And you don't get none of that, unfortunately, with this one. And finally, the Voorhees family lore here introduced, the mythology. It's never fully explained. It's only here to make this movie flow and give this movie some reason to exist. I just find it to be just ridiculous. It certainly does not do any benefit or do any good for these movies or to this movie. Hence the reason why I think this is the worst film of this franchise. But that is it, guys. Those are my thoughts and opinions about Jason Goes to Hell. Tell me what you think about this one down in the comment section below. Do you guys actually like this movie? If you like it, tell me why you like it. Is it because it's so different that it does its own thing? It does not follow what was set previously? It goes against the grain, and you feel like that's what was needed in this franchise? Let me know that as well down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also check me out when I do Jason X. And until next time, guys, I'm Bran. Thanks for watching. Peace.